Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here with your weekly wrap-up of news in your ZTD news. Everything that you might have missed this week in Pokemon GO news. So I just want to start off today's video with a thank you to Adam from the Lord Up podcast. Massive shout out to the podcast first of all. Very funny, very entertaining. If you need something to listen to on your drives and things like that, check out the Lord Up podcast. They are fantastic. Not really for kids. If you get some nice swear words happening in there, good fun energy though. But thank you to Adam for sending me out this Team Rocket long sleeve. Adam's an absolute legend. I noticed that he was at Worlds quite a few weeks ago, and then messaged him, was just like, hey, if you get a free chance, would you mind snagging one of those bad boys for me? So thank you so much. And I have the hoodie from Nick and the long sleeve from Adam. So thank you. My conversion to Team Rocket is well underway now with this sweet new gear. And he also chucked in these really cool phone, screen cleaners, I'm guessing for the DS really. But they have on the back a little typing chart, type effectiveness charts. I'm totally gonna bring this to my next PvP sesh. Keep my phone screen nice and clean, and also just study up on my typings a little bit better. This is awesome, thank you. So thank you, Adam, and check out the link in the description to check out their podcast too. Also, this little cutie was in there too, I love it. So the first little bit of news is about the UK pop-up Pokemon Center. So at the moment, the only permanent Pokemon centers are in Japan and the one that opened in Singapore actually. But there is going to be a pop-up store in the UK. So if you are someone that is based in London in the UK, keep your peepers out at the Westfield in London. There's going to be the Pokemon Center there from the 18th of October until the 15th of November. So pretty short window of opportunity to get in there, just under a month. So if you are local, if you are going to be nearby, if you're going to be traveling through London, keep your peepers out. I'll put a link in the description as well for more info on that, but check out these photos of the setup. It is launching tomorrow, opening tomorrow to the public. So really awesome collection of plushies here. There's gonna be these exclusive Pikachu items, Pikachu with the bowler hat plushie and prints and pins. And if someone happens to live nearby or is visiting, I would totally PayPal you $10 for that sweet actually, I don't even know how much it is. PayPal you how much it is for that sweet pin if you happen to be there. DM me first though, because otherwise we'll have 20 people offering to send lots of pins. But yeah, some really cute exclusive UK themed items here, which is fantastic and gives me hope that there's going to be more of these pop-ups happening around the world, fingers crossed, in the coming years, and these really cute themed items to kind of suit the area. So yeah, heads up, go enjoy UK, get some hype happening. This is pretty exciting too because Worlds is actually going to be held in the UK next year too. So nice, if this does well, maybe we'll see it return for the Worlds tournament as well. Up after that, you may or may not have seen in some Sword and Shield news. So if you're not used to playing the main series games, if you're kind of out of the loop for the new game that's coming to the Switch, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'll be covering that on the channel when it does launch. As a heads up again, as I am Australian, I'll pretty much be getting it a day before you guys, or most of you guys, just because of how time zones work. So stay tuned, we're gonna be live streaming the heck out of that bad boy from the midnight. They're gonna go hard on that one. But we actually saw a new psychic Pokemon added to the game, Galarian Ponyta. And oh my god, this is the Pokemon of my dreams. My little Ponyta. It is so cute. Absolutely adorable. It was teased out in this 24-hour live stream. So this one is going to be a Shield exclusive. And then as the Sword exclusive Pokemon, we're going to be seeing Sirfetch'd, an evolution for Farfetch'd. There are a few other Galarian forms as well that have been revealed. These are kind of similar in how the Alolan forms work. So far, mostly Generation 1. We do have now Zigzagoon, actually, a Galarian form for Zigzagoon, which is pretty cool. But they function in a similar way. So for the Alola region, it's kind of like an island region in the main series games. It's kind of like a divergent evolution. Meowth grew up over on that island, and over time they turned into different looking Meowth. So Alolan Meowth versus regular Meowth. In a similar way, the Galarian Pokemon, they were over in the Galar region. They evolved to look a bit different to, regular Ponyta, Galarian Ponyta, etc. So I'm curious to see if we'll get these ones dropping in Pokemon Go early, kind of like how we've seen the Alolan forms. We shouldn't really have expected them until Gen 7, but they dropped it pretty short in time with the Sun and Moon redo kind of thing, or was it in line with Let's Go? They came out when 7K eggs came out, kind of, didn't they? Because we used to call them Alolan eggs. So I'm curious to see if we'll see the Galarian forms of Pokemon popping early-ish, well before Generation 8 comes to Pokemon Go, via eggs, via raids, whatever it might be. So fingers crossed, maybe in the next month we might see, maybe, I don't know, Galarian Ponyta and Sofetched and things like that popping in Go. Kind of a cool way to cross-promote both games as well. We also saw in the latest trailer the Gigantamax forms for Charizard, for Pikachu, the thick Pikachu, this plush as heck Eevee, Butterfree looking gorgeous, and Longcat Meowth. Gigantamax Meowth just looks like Longcat. I'm here for it and it makes me happy. So cool, new forms coming as well in Sword and Shield. That's gonna be coming out in November as well, I think November 12th, but yeah, November. Up next is the Halloween event that has started in Pokemon Go, so you're probably kind of already aware of some of the bonuses and things that are happening at the moment. There's a whole bunch of new Team Go Rocket Shadow Pokemon, so keep your eyes out for those. If you've been seeing a shadow on your recents, you're like, why is Weedle now, not in my Pokédex, or why is X, Y, and Z Pokemon now a shadow? It's just because there's a new bug with the shadow form Pokemon. When they're put into, shadow bosses, it does something weird with your Pokédex entry shadow on the nearby kind of thing. Don't worry about it, don't be fazed by it. It's nothing critical. But keep your eyes out for those new shadow Pokemon. There's a whole bunch of new spooky clothing items in the Avatar store. Get the Pikachu onesie, Litwick hat, Zubat backpack, Cubone cap, and the Mimikyu bag as well. So a lot of cute new fashion items available. The onesie's pretty sick. The onesie does look pretty cool. Not fully my cup of tea, but pretty darn cute nonetheless. Like, I love onesies. I love onesies. I don't know. I want variety. I want multiple forms available. You probably noticed a boost in, the dark and ghost type Pokemon around you. Keep an eye out for Litwick because that is spawning way more frequently in the wild. I found like 3 of those today, or 4 today in the wild, which is awesome. Your mask is also spawning in the wild with its shiny option available. And we're also seeing in raids, costumed Squirtle, costumed Charmander, and costumed Bulbasaur. All pretty cute, and they all kind of like tie into the this year's promotion for the Halloween items at the Pokemon Center. So little Squirtle here, pretty much matching the same as the one in game. Sadly, it does not have the little jack-o'-lantern back on the shell in game. That's just on the little merch items. But all kind of like tying in with this year's promo for the Halloween event at the Pokemon Center. Thank you, Nico, as well for getting me that Squirtle. It is very cute. These 3 can be shiny as well. And then in the wild, we can find costumed Pikachu dressed up as Mimikyu. It can be shiny too. And it's a bit of a meta moment because Mimikyu as a Pokemon is like, we don't actually know what Mimikyu looks like because it wears this costume over itself that it tried to make look like Pikachu because everyone loves Pikachu, but no one loved Mimikyu. So Mimikyu tries to dress up like Pikachu so people will love it. And now Pikachu's wearing a Mimikyu costume and we've gone full meta. I hope Mimikyu feels pretty cool about this because Mimikyu, you're a cool dude and we love you. But yeah, Mimikyu is basically some sort of spirit goo that lives inside the Mimikyu, the Pikachu costume. And now Pikachu's wearing the Mimikyu costume. It's catch 'em all. Additionally, we've got Darkrai in raids. We've also got Spiritomb Special Research returning. Limited time like field research with some pretty decent rewards. There's Golett popping out of those ones. There's a whole bunch of really cool rewards happening with that. And we're also seeing 2 times catch, hatch, and transfer candy. So please, now is a good time to go through and do a deep cleanse of your Pokemon storage. Transfer those legendaries that are excess that you've got 2 more than enough for trade. Transfer those bad boys, get rid of some, maybe rarer Pokemon that have already been traded to you. You can't trade them forward, you might as well transfer them now to get some extra candies. Don't feel pressured to keep every legendary just because it's a legendary. I'm doing like a hardcore cleanse at the moment. I've got more than 100 either shiny or legendary Pokemon that have been put aside for trade. Realistically, I don't do a special trade every single day. It's maybe once every 2nd day at best. So that's 200 days at least of special trades. I'll never physically get through that before I get more that adds to that collection anyway. So I'm gonna trim it down quite a bit more. Just kind of keep 2 or 3 of each Pokemon for trade. You don't need to keep 10 necessarily. And again, you need to kind of review this based on your community, how you play. Maybe you do your special trade every single day. I don't know you. So yeah, take the time to sit down, spend, 2 full hours. Take a lunch break in between, but just cleanse the heck out of your storage right now. Additionally, we got news on the Colossal Discovery ticket. It's going to be a purchased and paid event in game. I go into way more detail in the video linked up here. You can check out the full rundown for it, but basically it is $8 USD, 8 America bucks, and approximately 12 Aussie dollary dues. It's going to convert to whatever 8 USD is in your country. Main cliff notes are you'll get Regigigas early. Regigigas is coming to EX raids later in the month, later in November anyway. Everything's been announced about the Colossal Encounter ticket is stuff that you can do for free anyway later on if you're patient. So you're not really missing out by not doing it. You just get some stuff early and you get a guaranteed Unova Stone, which is kind of like the main selling point for me personally. But don't feel left out if you don't want to do it, or if you're an entirely free to play player. All of the stuff is attainable for free if you're patient, essentially. So yeah, happy days, but more detail in the linked video. After that, we're going to be seeing the rollout of the Wayfarer Beta for approved / the people who meet the threshold Pokemon trainers. So the Wayfarer system is going to be essentially combining Ingress players, Pokemon players, possibly Harry Potter, Wizards Unite players, to be able to submit points of interest through a new app, a new portal, a new service, essentially. So rather than it being only, only Ingress players can submit, or only certain countries that have had Pokemon Go, Pokestop submissions before, it's going to be slowly rolling out very, very, very soon to multiple countries. I'm sure they're going to roll it out as safely and as responsibly as possible, so as not to, crash or overload or, explode the amount of suggestions that are going to be coming in. More than likely, this is going to be level 40 players. There could possibly be other requirements to be able to do these submissions other than level 40. I don't know yet, but as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. So stay tuned to the Niantic socials and things like that to find out when that's happening, but they've confirmed that it's happening before the end of the year. We're pretty close to the end of the year. It's gonna start happening very soon. But yeah, basically Pokestop submissions, what you can do to get prepared is go around and learn more about your local area. If you're living in a rural spot and you're like, oh my God, the game sucks, there's no Pokestops, go for a walk, go for a drive and just look for things where you're like, huh, is that an old church? Is that an old mosque? Is that, what is this weird plaque here saying about old mate Steve that used to live in a tree? There are probably points of interest around where you live that you can start, finding the locations. Note down the GPS coordinates now. Take photos of the location and the surrounding area now. You can kind of start stockpiling that on your regular Pokemon Go grind, so that when you do get access to the Wayfarer app, you got the stuff ready to roll. So top tip, I guess, if you want to get prepared for it. And please, for the love of all that is good, take good quality photos. Don't you hate when there's just grainy, kind of out of focus, it's like a dog walking through it, like Pokestop, and you're like, who took this picture? Take some high quality submissions. Do it. And lastly is the news for Chimchar Community Day. We don't know the special move yet, but our Pokemon is going to be Chimchar. Shinies available. They're all pretty cute, kind of like little pinky, tingy, cute shinies there for the Chimchar family. That'll be on November 16th from 11 AM till 2 PM in your local time, wherever that is for you. I am aware that there are a lot of Brazilian and South American players who are currently boycotting the time slot. I believe there's going to be a lot of heat waves coming up this summer for Southern Hemisphere in South America. So Niantic is aware, your voices have been heard, they are aware, they are listening. I'm sure once they have either yes, we're changing it, or no, we're not, or whatever it might be, as soon as I know, once again, I'll let you guys know. I'm sure they will be tweeting out and communicating and putting it through the Niantic Help, support channels once they've made a decision on that. But they do know about it. They have listened to you guys, and hopefully they can figure out a safer time for South America. I think, personally speaking, in, East Coast Australia, 11 till 2 isn't too bad. It is obviously the midday, but once it hits midday, all the way until, almost 5 PM in Australia, it's hot as heck. It's going to be stupid hot no matter what. So I think getting that kind of, a little bit earlier, at 11, is kind of nice to at least have 1.5 hours where it's not quite peak yet. But I haven't been to South America. I can't speak on behalf of you guys, and it's clearly important enough that massive major groups have decided to entirely boycott Com Day unless the time is changed. So fingers crossed something can happen for you guys and we can pick, or they can pick a safer time for you guys. So these ones, I hope it all happens for you. And the bonus for Chimchar Com Day is going to be quarter hatch distance. So everything's going to take 1/4 less to hatch. So you pop an eggs left, right, and center. And that is it for our giant news info dump. There was a lot of stuff to get through today. Let's jump into our AR photos of the week. So if you'd like to get the chance to have your AR photos featured, use the hashtag ZTDnews for the chance to have your photos featured. Be sure to post those on Instagram. Make sure that your profile is public as well, otherwise I cannot see the posts at all. So this week I found a lot of AR photos with just really great placement, really unique or just fantastic placement. Consideration for shadows not overlapping with things, consideration of making sure the Pokemon looks like it's sitting in the correct space, not just whapping it out and you know, chucking it there and being happy with that. It's all very nicely placed. So first one is going to be A1390 with this Witch Hat Pikachu. So a little blast from the past with last year's Halloween Pikachu. Really great Halloween theming here. Great complementary colors with the purple and orange spooky theme going on here. I just really enjoyed seeing Witch Hat Pikachu amongst the throng of costume Mimikyu Pikachu. So thank you very much for your submission. Up after that is Mythical Lace Snaps with Mimikyu Pikachu. Again, fantastic placement here amongst the autumn leaves. I wish we had deciduous trees in Australia, or at least more of them. We don't get this crunchy golden, leaf litter like what you guys get in autumn. So really, really cute. Again, really wonderful colors here complementing Pikachu. Fantastic placement amongst the leafage. Thank you very much. Up after that is SPSX22 with this Ekans, and it's honestly a pretty simple one, just Ekans as viewed from above, coiled and ready to strike. But I've never, honestly, we don't see a lot of Pokemon from above. This one definitely caught my eye when scrolling through all of the photos, as I've genuinely never really looked at Ekans like this. I like the layers of coiling in Ekans' body. I really love it. And it's kind of making me think about cool new ways that I can photograph my Pokemon just like this. So thank you for submitting. Next up is AR Sethley, and again, another Pokemon as shot from above. Just really looking like you're going for a wonderful walk with your golden Poochyena here, just as you would with a normal pet. I really like this take on, having the human's feet sort of interacting and becoming part of the world with the Pokemon here. Really simple, but really effective in communicating the story. Thank you. And lastly is Kuma photos with this Chatot. Again, so perfectly placed on top of this little post at the beach or the lakeside here. Fantastic placement, perfect little feet hanging over the edge there. Adorably cute. And I know a very special one as well, as Chatot is not available in Japan, Kuma being based in Japan, so probably a prized possession here being taken out for a nice day of photos. So thank you for submitting, Kuma. So once again, if you'd like to have the chance to have your photo featured on ZTD News, hashtag ZTD News on Instagram. That is it. That is all of your news for this week in Pokemon Go. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well. And if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and the merch are in the description down below. I hope you have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.